This shirt is annoying the heck out of me, but it's all good.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about my brows. I've received several comments and even requests from people who know me personally who've asked me, Dee, when are you gonna put up a brow routine? When are you gonna put up a brow routine? So I'm finally putting it up for you guys. To be honest with you guys, there's really nothing too spectacular about my brow routine. I am not a professional makeup artist. I'm self-taught. So these are just tricks that work for me. I myself have looked up brow tutorials before. I will say though that I like more of a natural brow, and I kind of wish when I was looking up brow routines there was more natural brow tutorials. Every brow every brow tutorial that I ever looked up when I was looking to do my brows, or when I first started getting into doing my own brows, the brows were always so perfect, so polished, so dark, and I would follow along with these tutorials, and by the time I was done and I would look in the mirror, I didn't even recognize myself. I felt like I looked like a clown because my brows were so dark. And in reality, anytime you are doing anything different, it's going to look foreign to you. So for instance, I sent a brow tutorial to a family member of mine and she actually followed along with it, and then when she was done, she texted me back and she was just like, I look like a crazy person. And I just told her, like, it's only because you're not used to doing it. So the more you do your brows and the more you fill them in and the more products you use to shape your brows, the more you'll get used to how different it looks, and eventually you'll get used to doing them and you won't feel like you look like a clown or like a crazy person. And these days I just like a more natural brow. So some days my brows do look really polished and clean, and then some days I do them and they just look a mess. I don't even know. I just look at them like no. So yeah, it just depends on how I'm feeling that day. In this brow routine video, you're just gonna see how I fill it in, what I use to fill it in, and it's pretty simple. I mean, it's really pretty basic, but if you do have any questions, leave them down below. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the clips of me filling in my brows. I may even throw in some clips of me actually tweezing them and grooming them. I used to go get my eyebrows done at a salon. I used to get them threaded, but about 1.5 years ago, I decided to start doing my own brows, and now I groom my own brows, and I like it so much better because when I used to get them threaded, even though she would make them clean, she would always do them too thin, and even though I would tell her I wanted them thicker, she would still do them too thin. So I eventually decided to start doing my own brows, and now that's what I do. I do my own brows, and I've been able to actually let them grow out as thick as I can so that filling them in doesn't take me too much time. I have 3 kids. One of them is an infant. I don't really have time to sit down and do my brows for like an hour. I have to do like the quickest routine possible, but I still want my brows to look clean, if that makes sense. So in this routine, you guys will see how I do that and how I accomplish that. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've already done this brow and I'm going to do this one on camera so you guys can see the difference. Now, for my brow routine, I use my Anastasia dark brown brow wiz. It comes with a spoolie on one end and the product on the other, and that way as you work it into your eyebrow, you can blend it out with the spoolie. I brought you in a lot closer so you guys can see. So I'm going to start off by brushing my hairs up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to start to brush up in hair-like strokes. You want to go in really soft and you want to go in the direction of your brow hairs. And the goal here is just to fill in those sparse areas, or like those areas that you're balding. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my brow palette, and it's from the drugstore. This is the Pixie by Petra brow palette. I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is the darkest shade, and I'm going to take my Anastasia number 12 brush, and it has these synthetic hairs at the end. I'm going to go ahead and dip it into the black very lightly, and then I'm going to dust off the excess. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing that I was doing with the brow wiz, but this time I'm going to go super soft handed because I'm using black now. So I don't want it to get too dark too quick. I want it to be evenly distributed. You see my eyes are tearing up. I'm sorry, the lights in here are so bright. My eyes are tearing up with the lights. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead very light strokes. I'm talking about I'm barely touching my brows. And I'm just going to stroke up. And I'm going to switch the brush this way. And I'm going to do the same thing I was doing over there. And I'm just going to bring my hairs up like so. I'm just going to go ahead and dip it back into that that black. And I'm going to go ahead and carve out my tail. and the whole time I'm just kind of going along the same way that my brow hairs go. And I see like a little bald spot right here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take my brow wiz and just fill in that area. Just like that. Okay. See now that bald spot is not there no more. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my Benefit Give Me Brow. It just looks like this. And this is like the little sample. And this is in the number 5. So it's the second to the deepest. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to work this through my brows. And this is supposed to thicken the brows. It has like these fibers in it that are supposed to thicken the brows. It also has a tint to it, so I like to use it just to kind of fill in areas I might have missed when I was using the brow wiz and the powder. So I zoomed you guys out, and as you guys can see, this is how I like my brows. Sometimes it looks crazy or weird. Sometimes it looks different. Like every time I do my brows, it just looks different, but this is how it looks now. And once I do my makeup and stuff, it'll all come together and it'll look like it'll match. But the last step in doing my brows is just cleaning up the bottom. And so what I like to use is my Anastasia Pro Pencil. This is the eyeshadow primer and color corrector in base 2. And I love it because it's super sharp. So I like to tip my eyebrow back like this a little bit, and then I will take the pencil and just very lightly, you don't want to have a heavy hand with this at all, and you just want to clean up the bottom like that. Okay. And then I just go in with my finger, and the warmth of my finger is going to melt the product into my skin, and it's just going to even everything out down there. So I love this product, and pretty much that's it. I'm gonna zoom you guys out now. I'm gonna finish up my makeup and I will be right back. So yeah guys, that was it. That was how I fill in my eyebrows. Like I told you guys in the beginning, my routine is pretty simple. I try to do it as easy as possible. Those are the products that I use. That's how I fill them in. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it was informative enough for you. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the description bar. This was the finished makeup look that I came up with. I really wasn't sure what I was going to do as far as makeup, and I just sat down and just came up with this look. I like it. I think it came out pretty nice. So if you guys would like to see a get ready with me where I show you guys how I achieve this makeup look and what I use to achieve this makeup look, definitely give this video a thumbs up so that I know that that's something you guys want to see, and I will upload that video for you guys. I would love for you guys to be a part of the G Unit fam, so definitely hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. You guys know how much I love filming for you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.